A busy day for police in one local community dealing with an out-of-control driver. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Keith Kuntz. A reckless driver is in the hospital at this hour, recovering from a gunshot wound after crashing into two separate buildings in Cromwell. Meantime, police are still trying to put together the chaotic events that unfolded at about 4 o'clock this morning. News 8's Kent Pierce has been working this story from the very beginning. He joins us live now from Cromwell with the latest. Kent?
And Keith, 8 hours later, that pickup truck is right where it crashed into the building. Police are still collecting evidence at the scene, and you still cannot drive west on West Street, also known as Route 372. Even though this is the main crime scene, this is where the bullets flew. This actually began a couple of miles away. It began around 4 a.m. with a 911 call that someone was driving a pickup truck around Cromwell growers, damaging greenhouses. You can see the tire tracks he left. Cromwell police were on the lookout for the truck.
And as a Cromwell officer was traveling down West Street, he observed the suspect vehicle going in the opposite direction. The officer turned around, activated his lights and siren in an attempt to catch up to the suspect vehicle.
But when he did catch up, he found the truck had gone off of West Street at the corner of Washington, gone up over an embankment, and crashed into a physical therapy office. That officer tried to arrest the driver, but the driver ran.
As the suspect began to flee, attempted to take the suspect into custody, but the suspect fled from the officer. The officer was forced to draw his service weapon and fire at the suspect, striking him.
The driver is expected to be okay. When local police shoot someone, it's state police who investigate, and they kept half of West Street closed as a crime scene all morning long.
What we're doing is reconstructing, rebuilding this entire incident from the incident at the greenhouse where the damage occurred, where the suspect traveled all the way up West Street to the intersection where he finally crashed. We also have tentative information that the pickup, the vehicle involved here, was most probably stolen.
But there is still a lot we do not know yet. I asked Lieutenant Vance if the suspect was armed. He said that was not determined yet. I asked him what kind of connection he had to Cromwell growers, where this all began. He said he didn't know that yet either, and they have not yet released the identification of that suspect. We're still waiting for police to do that. Meanwhile, again, active scene, and there is still restrictions on travel up and down Route 372. We're live in Cromwell. I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.